Hello everyone and welcome to episode 69 of the TEW 2020 UJPW series here on the channel. It is the Super J Cup, the 1999 Super J Cup, our final one here, and we have a pretty fun one as far as it's given a lot of guys an opportunity that they normally wouldn't have, as far as a lot of the former winners have graduated on, and two of the former winners have a junior heavyweight title matchup on the card as far as Ultimate Dragon and Jushin Liger. It's going to be the co-main event. And as far as we have the first round all lined up, ready to go, the bracket itself looks like this. Too Cold Scorpio taking on Koji Kanemoto in the first round. Damien versus Nuki Sano. Chris Jericho versus Shinjiro Otani. And Chris Candido versus Geto. Hayabusa versus Yoshinari Ogawa. Tsuyoshi Kikuchi versus the Great Sasuke. Brad Armstrong versus Sho Funaki. And then the end out the first round. Jinsei Shinzaki taking on El Samurai. So as far as not a whole lot of new debuts, as far as probably the biggest one being obviously Geto, but I believe Otani's been in one before. Now that I think about it, that actually might be Otani's debut. As let's just double check that while I'm thinking about it, because I could have swore we had him in one. We might not have. Let's go to the first year. So, nope, wasn't in the first one. If I had to guess, he might have been in 97s or 98s. Looks like he was not. Wow, so yeah, I mean, this is awesome for Otani. And this, I mean, talk about, we kind of dropped the ball with Shinjiro Otani, to be honest. It's kind of sad, because he should have been in the junior division for sure, especially in 97. It's crazy, he was only booked like a handful of times. And just a little bit more in 98, but still not nearly enough that he should have been. He's already almost at the point where he's had as many matches as he's had the last couple of years. It's crazy too, because 96, we were really giving him a push. He was 20-2 in matches. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Yeah, because, I mean, he was a young lion there in the beginning, and then when we signed him, you know, he was at the tail end of that young lion phase, and it was wild. Wild the thing. But yeah, he's making his debut in the Super J Cup, so that's awesome. Awesome to see as far as El Samurai and Otani. They had a match on night 8. That was the last time Otani has lost a singles matchup, but he did beat Naruya Naga and Masashi Yoagi already in this year. But yeah, so yeah, we have two debuts as far as in the tournament, as far as making their first jump, their first leap. Jericho and Candido might potentially face off against each other in the second round, so that could be exciting. Hayabusa with Great Sasuke potentially in the second round. As far as even, Koji Kanemoto, Nuki Sano, Too Cold Scorpio, Nuki Sano, or even Damien against Koji Kanemoto, Too Cold Scorpio. That's a really good second round matchup as well. I'm excited to see how it plays out, though. As far as out of the previous winners, only Hayabusa. Koji Kanemoto, of course, was in it last year. He was in the finals, but didn't win at all. So we have a lot of fresh faces in there. Because, yeah, Sasuke never won it. As far as the previous winners, just to kind of remind everyone, last year's Eddie Guerrero, Hayabusa 97, Dean Malenko 96, Jushin Liger 95, and Ultimate Dragon in 1994, winning the first ever one. It was Dean Malenko in the finals as well. Of course, that was the first and last, because that was the All Japan Super J Cup. It's wild to think, as far as with Hayabusa and Masaru Fuchi's not going to be in it. Which that was a tough one to call, because it was like either between Ogawa and him. I just felt like Ogawa could have used the spotlight more. But Fuchi would have made the tournament better, though, at the same time. So that was a tough break. Eddie Guerrero, of course, beating Koji Kanemoto last year. And, of course, he's still in rehab, so he's not able to defend his Super J crown as far as being able to be in the tournament. But I think it's going to be a good one. I really do. I think even though the names of kind of at the top of the table of this tournament in the past couple of years are not involved, I still think we can have a great Super J Cup, as we have it already booked up as far as the first round, plus the co-main event, the junior heavyweight title matchup between Ultimate Dragon and Jushin Liger, and plus a number one contendership matchup for the All Asia Tag Team titles as the former champions Headhunter and Vampiro taking on Johnny Ace and Steve Williams as the first round matches. They go as follows. As far as El Samurai and Jinsei Shinzaki starting it off, Samurai's going to beat him, so he's advancing to the second round. Jinsei Shinzaki, rather, has lost every single time he's faced off against El Samurai. Couldn't get the win there. Tough break. Tough break for Jinsei Shinzaki. There would have been a great run for him if he would have been able to beat El Samurai. Then Chris Candido and Geto, as we need a Steal the Show matchup. I didn't have it set for this. We might save one for the second round. As a first-time meeting here, Geto, of course, beat Jericho, then lost to him. So as far as they were 1-1, I thought about having a trilogy match at the J Cup. I figured this would be a nice idea to have Candido. As far as he's going to face Geto for the first time, he's going to beat him too. Hayabusa, Yoshinari Ogawa. Ogawa's going to come up short here to Hayabusa, which is really no surprise. Hayabusa's beaten him all the time so far. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to think the last time, as far as the first time they ever faced off was in '93. And of course, they faced off last year during the Tag League. They were, of course, Best Super Juniors match in '97 and in '95. But yeah, I mean, this is, it just makes sense. As far as sure, we could have Fuchi and Hayabusa and had a much better matchup, but just felt like we could have had Hayabusa in there and it would have still made sense. Chris Jericho versus Shinjiro Otani. Otani with the upset. So with this J Cup, he's going to debut the Spiral Bomb. I've been waiting to pull it off as far as for him because I forget exactly when he starts using the Spiral Bomb. I forget if it was in the late 90s or when 0-1 was a thing. So we're just going to do it here. And that's how he's going to beat Jericho. As far as that's a huge win to win the Spiral Bomb. Major upset. I'm surprised Jericho's not unhappy about it, but he's putting him over. So Otani making it into the second round. Damien and Naoki Sano. This is going to be a hell of a match. Naoki Sano's going to beat him in 19 minutes. So he's going to advance to the next round. I believe this is another first-time meeting. Yeah, they've had a couple of tag matches, but never had a singles matchup. So that should be fun. Tuco Scorpio and Koji Kanemoto. These two, I already know they have great chemistry, so this should be a fun match. Kanemoto's going to beat them. I believe Tuco Scorpio, last time they faced off was in the '95 Best Super Juniors, which Tuco Scorpio won. So it's been a long time since they've had a match. Should be a pretty good one, though. Especially with the chemistry boost. Brad Armstrong and Shinichi Funaki. Pretty good matchup here between these two. I think stylistically it makes sense for them to have a match. They had a Best Super Junior match 3 years ago, which Brad Armstrong won, so he's going to get the win here again. Should be a good one, though. That should be a good little matchup. And then Tsuyoshi Kikuchi and the Great Sasuke to end out the first round, as Sasuke will be beating Tsuyoshi Kikuchi in the first round. So only one of the 2 men of the Super Generation Army advancing, and only one of the 2 Junior Tag Team Champions advancing in the second round. So that will, of course, mean the second round matches are as followed. Brad Armstrong versus El Samurai, Hayabusa versus Great Sasuke, which is a banger, Koji Kanemoto and Naoki Sano, then Shinjiro Otani and Chris Candido. We'll go with as far as I want the Sasuke-Hayabusa match to be the last one, so we'll just add that first. Which the Great Sasuke will beat Hayabusa. This is a major win. Last time they faced off against each other was for the Junior Heavyweight title in 1997, which Sasuke won. It's kind of crazy to think Hayabusa is now 3-1 to Great Sasuke. He's only beat him during the first ever J Cup. It's kind of wild to think, as far as from that perspective. But yeah, Sasuke going on to the semifinals with that win. As yeah, that's going to go obviously after that. On the co-main, well, I guess not technically the co-main, rather, the match before that last match we just added, probably be Koji Kanemoto and Naoki Sano, as Naoki Sano will be beating Koji Kanemoto in 23 minutes. Big win there for Naoki Sano, beating Koji Kanemoto. Of course, the man who made it to the finals last year. I really thought about it, though. It was back and forth between the two, but went with Naoki Sano. Again, they haven't had a match since 1995, so it's been a while. I think Naoki Sano's going to outperform him, and just kind of going with my gut on that one, more than anything. So then we'll have, as far as probably Brad Armstrong and El Samurai will go here. El Samurai is going to beat Brad Armstrong. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. As far as their 1-on-1 in matches, faced off against each other, both in the Super Junior. As far as in the 96 one and 97 one, it's a little trilogy match here for these two men and El Samurai getting the win. And that will, of course, mean the first of the 4 of the second round matches will be Otani versus Chris Candido. So, a little overbooking here. As far as Jericho's trying to interfere to help Candido out. As far as he stops Otani during his comeback, when as far as there's a got a rough spot, or as far as maybe Candido has, as far as Otani's looking for like a dragon suplex, and he goes for the, he's got him like in the lock, looking for that actual suplex itself, but he throws a leg back, and the referee's also behind him, so he goes not only through Otani's legs, but obviously through referee Ted Tanabe's legs, so down he goes. Candido sees Jericho coming out there, throws him outside. Jericho lays him, puts the punches to him, lays him up good, throws him into the barricade, throws him into the steel, stuff like that, and rolls him back into the ring. Looks like, Candido's going to get the win here with a blonde bombshell in the corner. Out comes Minoru Tanaka from the crowd. He, pushes Candido off the top rope as he's going for that super, as far as for the blonde bombshell. So Otani, even though he's kind of dazed, realizes what's going on, as, he basically sends Candido with a back body drop, basically off the top, but it's Tanaka's usually, he's doing the pushing. Otani's just kind of standing there, or, kind of crouching down there from the second rope, sees what's going on, as far as turns around, just does a little leg drop from the middle rope, picks him up, throws him in the corner, face wash, then hits him with the spiral bomb, and he catches him with the finish. And as far as that's a major victory, first of all, for Shinjiro Otani. And yeah, Candido's going to be extremely unhappy about that. Plus, he's going to struggle with the stamina of that one. But that's just, talk about Shinjiro Otani having a run of his fucking life. Now he's going to make it to the quarterfinals. So the quarterfinals, well actually it's not even the quarterfinals, it's the semifinals. Naoki Sano versus Shinjiro Otani and the Great Sasuke versus El Samurai. So major matches there. What the big thing that I would like to do is try and get a match in between here. That is the one thing I kind of would like to see. I was thinking of 6-man tag team title matchup, but I don't want to have too many title matches on the card. But that wouldn't be a terrible idea, as far as having Taue, Hashimoto, and Fuchi take on a 6-man team. Not really sure what they will be, though. They just beat the British Combat Club, so we might go with, we could probably figure something out. I was thinking maybe the NWO, but I don't know, at the same time. Well, actually, Mike Awesome will be back, so that could be fun. Have him return the... Yeah, but I don't want to get the belts off him is the thing with that one. Trying to think here. Yeah, we could use Hase. And let's do Vader, Hase, and Kensuke. Yeah. We'll save Mike Awesome's return for the Summer Action Series tour. And then Taue, Hashimoto, and then Masato Fuchi. Should be a pretty good matchup, though. Should be a pretty good matchup. As, we'll just give him 60, or we'll give him 60, we'll give him 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe 25. Fuck it. So Fuchi's gonna beat Hase, so it's a big win, first of all. But, I think that's the best case scenario for that finish. Seems to be. Sorry that Fuchi get a win there, because I don't think a lot of people would expect that. Especially with somebody like Vader and Kensuke involved. Like, probably a lot of people thought it was going to be like Hashimoto being one of the heavier guys, or Taue even getting the win, but I feel like that was the best case scenario. We still need a steal the show matchup, which I'm kind of contemplating what it's going to be. Because obviously we have the semifinals, and I really don't want one of those matches to be a steal the show matchup. I want to give those guys time. We might go with Jericho and Otani be a steal the show match. Wouldn't hate it. Yeah, let's go with it. Fuck it. And just catches him with a spiral bomb out of nowhere. No one sees it coming, obviously, because it's a brand new move for him. And I just think all around I think it's going to work out. So yeah, Red Shoes and Asami and also Masato Fuchi are just working their fucking ass off. So let's, alright. Give that to Kyo Iwata. So yeah, Fuchi. Give that to Jumbo. that help it at all. Well, for Chi and then Marty Asami still being used too much. I don't think Asami's here, but, I'm about to say Marty Asami is here for this one, so we'll have that be Tiger Tori. And yeah, and then just Fuchi's road aging. He might have the co-main event. We'll just wait a little bit for that. As oh, that's right, we didn't add the pre-booking stuff because the semifinals: Naoki Sano, Shinjiro Otani, and the Great Sasuke versus El Samurai. As we will go with the Naoki Sano. No, so yeah, we gotta make sure that people that have been booked now. Naoki Sano, Shinjiro Otani. This is really make a break point for the Shinjiro Otani, the youngster, 26 years old. It's kind of crazy that he's still only 26. And as far as that, have they ever had a match? Another first-time meeting? And how about that? Otani with the upset. So this J-Cup, this 1999 J-Cup, this is just the Otani run right here. As far as, don't think anybody expected to see him when he was in the first round against Chris Jericho to make it all the way to the finals, but he's done it. Obviously with a little bit of help, but also, this is, I think this is a great chance for Otani to really prove himself here after having the shortest match, one of the shortest matches against Jericho, and then taking that success to take on Candido and winning in a pretty short fashion. So he's pretty, like, as far as he's got the stamina on his side, he's saved up a couple of minutes of wrestling compared to some of the other guys, so that helps him out here. Naoki Sano is furious, though, with that decision, which I get it. At the same time, it's like, listen, gotta do what you gotta do, especially with Naoki Sano. He's fought long time. He's already at close to 60 minutes going into that semi-final matchup. And I don't know why I keep on hitting the fucking pre-booking stuff. Did I make sure Asami and okay, so yes, Ted Tanabe, perfect. And then let's see who's making the finals with Shinjiro Otani. Is it going to be the Great Sasuke, or will it be El Samurai? And it will be El Samurai. So El Samurai, Shinjiro Otani, the finals. I very much was contemplating having Koji Kanemoto and El Samurai be in the finals of this J-Cup. But they don't have real chemistry in the well, they don't have chemistry in the save. They obviously had that phenomenal matchup in 1997 in the finals of the Best Super Juniors. But it's crazy to think, as far as their one-on-one in singles matches, 96 and 98 J-Cup, or Best Super Juniors rather, excuse me, that's the J-Cup, 1-1, and to have El Samurai get a win here, I think is pretty big, because again, I don't think a lot of people saw it coming. I think a lot of people would assume Sasuke was going to make it to the finals, then it would have been pretty interesting to see if Sasuke would have beat Otani, how that would have played out, because obviously, Liger potentially is still the Junior Heavyweight Champion, which, speaking of that, we'll take a look at that matchup. But yeah, just Ted Tanabe's now kind of being booked a lot. We'll have that be Mr. Takahashi there. And we're doing, so yeah, Sayama, given too much as far as a road aging perspective. We'll give that to, I'm about to say, now we're kind of running out of the juniors as far as that were mostly road agents. Yeah, we still need Masafuchi, but he might be in this matchup here. He is, which is perfect. We'll have stand-ins and be the agent for it. So Liger will retain. This was a tough call. This really, really was, because Ultimo Dragon, obviously coming back from a torn meniscus. I really wanted to get him out of the junior division, but at the same time, he would kind of be perfect for it right now. It's hard to believe, last time we saw him was the Royal Road Tournament against Regal. Torn meniscus, is back now in 7 months, and to come back not only in the J-Cup for the first time, and God, I don't think it was in the 97 one. He might have been. No, it looks like he wasn't. He was in the Best Super Juniors, and that was kind of his last hurrah in the junior division, but to come back, because not only he, as far as, Super Astro lost to Jushin Liger, but to have this great match, to be the co-main as well, is another reason why, and also it gives him a chance to bounce back here, to get back into the swing of things, to face somebody his size, and as far as coming off a torn meniscus, I feel like that's a great, as far as kayfabe reason why you would come back, is someone, you want to face somebody that's your size, and you don't have to worry about that meniscus being torn again by somebody that's a little bit bigger than you. So I think all around, I think it's a good idea, and just Liger being, I know, just this all-time run right now beats Ultimo Dragon, and just a fantastic matchup though that shall be. We still need to take Fuchi off some matches on the road agenting part. Does he have the tag match? He does. We'll give that to, trying to think. Yeah, we'll give that to Yamamoto, I guess. There we go, perfect. Fucking 18-match card. But we've made it to the finals, and for just the first time meeting in the finals for both Otani and El Samurai, making it all the way to the finals. It's been a hell of a run for both guys. El Samurai beat him during the, Excite Series tour earlier this year, so a bit of a quick little rematch, and El Samurai will win. It's, as far as the Otani run, sure would have been awesome to see, but we get the rematch now between El Samurai and Liger, so that should be fun. And he wins the J Cup, so that's awesome as well, as far as to see El Samurai win it all in the end. We're going to give them 22 minutes, especially after following a 34-minute matchup. Giving them a lot of time. 405 minutes. Fucking pack a lunch. It's longer than Oppenheimer, as far as, god damn. A lot of time. Lot of time given it to this tournament, but I think it's going to pay off, though. I think there's going to be some good matches, and it's awesome to give the J Cup its shine. But yeah, we're in the Tokyo Dome for this one. We're all set. We're ready to go. I think all around, I think this is going to be one to remember. To have Otani make it all the way to the finals with this new move as well, that's really putting it over as well. That he's picking up wins with it, and he just seems like an unstoppable force with it. But El Samurai, his run to beat Shinzaki, Armstrong, and then Sasuke as well is pretty big. And for Otani, obviously beating both the Blonde Bombers and Naoki Sano. Yeah, as far as you could kind of give or take who had the stronger run, but Otani also with the stamina on his side really helped him out too, so you have that as well. So yeah, let's run it. Let's see what we get. It's an 80 for the opener, El Samurai with the Samurai Bomb, and plus also it's the Battle of the Samurai Bomb versus the Spiral Bomb, so I kind of like that as well. So 76 for Candido and Ghetto. It was actually pretty close, but the Blonde Bombshell from Chris Candido in 10:39 gets the win. Does Chris Candido. Hayabusa beating Okawa with the Falcon Arrow in 16 minutes. Had a feeling that might happen with it being too short, but I rolled with it. Oh, a 62. A bruised tailbone for Shinjiro Otani. Talk about getting an injury at the worst time. Unreal. So now he's going to have to work the rest of the tournament with a bruised tailbone. Just great. Naoki Sano getting the one with the scoop brainbuster over Damien. Imagine if Otani would have got, seriously hurt to where it fucked up the entire, the finish was changed. It had to be Jericho going on to the semifinals, not even the semifinals, the second round. That would have been brutal. But Naoki Sano, though, gets the one with the scoop brainbuster in 20 minutes. 83 for Two Cold Scorpio and Koji Kanemoto. Wow, that was actually back and forth. Two Cold Scorpio with an 85, though. That's awesome to see that he's becoming one of the best in the world. Awesome. 91 for Brad Armstrong and Shinichi Funaki. How about Brad Armstrong? With a 91, beating Funaki in 22 minutes. It's a 90 for the Great Sasuke and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Michitoku Driver from the Great Sasuke over Tsuyoshi Kikuchi in 1940. Nice little win there. I think we're going to... let's go to the booking sheet. I think we're going to make a change. I think Sasuke and Samurai would probably... Well, I guess, we'll have to go with probably Naoki Sano instead. That's tough. Yeah, I guess we just gotta roll with what we got. But so far, it's been a pretty good show. We'll see what happens, though, obviously, with the injury. Wow, a 99. Holy shit. Was not ready for that. Johnny Ace and Steve Williams beating Vampiro and the Headhunter. So they will get the All-Asia Tag Team title matchup. Very, very close, though. Damn near dead even. But just a point difference between the two teams. The Oklahoma Stampede into the Ace Crusher onto Vampiro. Solid finish. Solid finish for sure. An 80 for Candido and Otani. Brutal. As, the interference. Again, I don't know why he's not winning with the Spiral Bomb. I guess it's because I put it as an Uber finish, which I probably shouldn't have, but Yeah, just that's the finish. It's that as far as the Spiral Bomb again. So back-to-back Spiral Bomb wins. It just sucks he's got to finish this turn with a bruised tailbone. It's Brad Armstrong losing to El Samurai to the Samurai Clutch in 2016. It's a big win for El Samurai and tough break for Brad Armstrong. He's made it into the second round and comes up short. Would have loved to see him win a J Cup, to be honest, because he's been really, really fantastic. Nuki Sano, Koji Kanemoto, it's a scoop brainbuster from Nuki Sano in 22:40. What a win. And make it to the finals like that. It's pretty massive. Yeah, fuck it. Nuki Sano making it into the finals. He's going to beat Otani. I just feel like that's the best call. You gotta go with an audible here. But I feel like that's for the best. As, okay, and then we just gotta change Nuki Sano out. So yeah, a little bit of a calling on the fly there. But I think that's for the best. I think that is it. I think it's going to be a better matchup on paper, and all around I think it's going to make for a better main to follow that co-main. That's going to be awesome. Hayabusa and the Great Sasuke with a 98. Sasuke with a Thunderfire Powerbomb. Hell of a match there between those two. And definitely so far the best match, at least of the junior portion of the J Cup. Obviously that tag team matchup being fantastic. 97 here for the All Asia 6-man tag team title matchup. It's Hasei Kinsuke and Big Van Vader losing to Masafuchi, Shinya Hashimoto, and Akira Toei. Yeah, right call. To have Fuchi beat Hasei there. Yeah, Hasei's with a 67. He's one of the worst guys in NWO now. Kind of crazy to see that. He's already declining physically. He's got low morale as well, which I thought I fixed that going into this matchup. I guess I didn't. So 91 for Nuki Sano and Shinjiro Otani. I think it was a good call. Really, play up the bruised tailbone because, you could see the bruise definitely by the time, throughout the second match and now the third match, the semifinals. That bruise, it's looking bigger and bigger. It's looking like it's the size of his entire back at this rate. And yeah, I just think that's a good call. Good call. To make the audible change in a 96 for the co-main event. Or not even the co-main event, the second semifinal matchup, rather, as El Samurai with the Samurai Clutch over the Great Sasuke. What a win. And getting the win in 22:42 is the El Samurai as awesome. I love how I said the El Samurai, but yeah, El Samurai getting the win. 99 for the co-main event. I think it was the right call to have Dragon lose there. 79 there, so he's just not at his full strength right now, and it showed there, but still showing some flash of what he once was. Obviously, he's going to get back to 100%, but just need to get some of the ring rust off. But that's a great co-main. And the main event's a 98. How about that? As a Samurai Bomb from El Samurai over Nuki Sano. He gets the win and wins the Super J crown and is your 1999 winner. Is El Samurai. Awesome stuff. What a fucking tournament, first of all. Really saved it by having Otani not go to the finals and just have him lose to Nuki Sano there. Wow, as that's a tough break for Otani, but as far as bigger things had to happen, unfortunately for him. But it's again funny that the non-tournament matches kind of saved the show, but also, the main event tied for the best junior matchup between them and Sasuke and Hayabusa. So at least we had a hell of a finals, and I'm very, very pleased with how that played out. Everything went pretty well besides the injury. It just sucks that happened to Otani. But yeah, we'll put over El Samurai, we'll put over Nuki Sano. Those guys, some warriors out there, making it that far. And we'll probably give the last bit of love to Liger for his performance in the co-main. The junior division, delivering, even when there might not be the biggest names involved anymore in that J Cup. They still delivered a major finals. And El Samurai gets a rematch with his former partner. Will he be able to avenge his loss and be able to beat Jushin Thunder Liger? We shall see. As for the Summer Action Series, though, the tour is looking pretty awesome. Main event, Kaiji Muto, Mitsuha Masawa for the Unified Grand Heavyweight title. All Asia Heavyweight title matchup in the co-main. Masaru Chono taking on Toshiaki Kawada. So the NWO might walk away with a lot of gold that night, as far as if they in fact, winning the main and the co-main. Also, of course, we just saw, we're going to see between the, as far as the junior heavyweight title matchup, El Samurai, Jushin Liger. That should be awesome to see. Also going to see for the All Asia Tag Team titles. Of course, you just saw Johnny Ace and Steve Williams win their number one contendership matchup. They're taking on Tenkoji. So if they can win there, if Tenkoji can retain, if Liger retains, if Sasuke and Tuco Scorpio, I'm assuming they have a title matchup, they'll retain. They actually do have a title matchup. It's going to be... so the Blonde Bombers are going to take on Otani and Shunichi Funaki. And the Blonde Bombers are going to win that matchup and then go on to take on Sasuke and Tuco Scorpio at the finals of the Summer Action Series. But that's going to happen on the first day of the tour. It's actually that tag match. Yeah, we don't know what's going to be as far as what's lined up for the Holy Demon Army or for Kenta Kobashi and Jun Akiyama. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. But as of right now, that has been left open. We also need an opener as well, something that's going to be a non-title matchup. But so far, it's looking like it's going to be a banger for sure, with Misawa and Muto in the main and Chono and Kawada in the co-main. Going to be awesome. Going to be awesome to see how that plays out. And it's hard to believe, though. We just have July, August, September, October, November, December, just 6 months left of the save. But episode 69, it's in the books. Great success. I want to say that's one of the best J-Cups we've ever ran. Kind of curious. Yeah, it did better than last year's. It did better than even the 97 one. Which is crazy, because that had the ultimate fucking main event of it, being for all the gold. So 96. Yep, it was better than 96. Even though Dean and Hayabusa was a 99 finals matchup, and then I'm assuming it's going to be better than the 1995. The first ever one, yeah, that was an 80. Yeah, we made that a Steal the Show matchup. It was a big mistake there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Oh, no, it was a 97. I thought it was a 98. So, yeah, it tied the 97 one. Good call. Good call. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. And it also tied the 96 one. So we still haven't had one past 98, but that's fine by me. We're still waiting on that 100 show, though. We're still waiting on. We've had the 199 of last year, the Summer Action Series, which, by the way this card's looking like right now, this 1999 one might just, in fact, be another 99. We'll have to wait and see. It's funny, we've had so many, not so many. We've had 5 100s, but we haven't had the 100 show yet. Yeah, that's the plan, as far as for the next episode, episode 70. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.